morning everybody and welcome to biology class. And the last class we all discussed and you learned about the new topic as cell structure and its function. And what are the organelles present inside the cell, how they perform their duties, and what is the involvement of each organelle to carry out its functions. That everything you very clearly you learn in the topic. And the today class, let me introduce the new topic. The place where you are living, we'll call it as an habitat. When you observe your habitat, then we can see that both the plants, animals will live together. And including on the earth, we can see human beings also. Okay? Yes. So when it's coming to these plants and animals, the human beings totally depend on plant product as well as an animal product. So whatever the reasons are, maybe. So what is happening nowadays means the plants and animals are, the rate of these plants and animals day by day is the reducing. Maybe you all aware about that. We all, everywhere we are hearing that. Either in the newspapers we are reading, through the TV channels, and when in the class books, textbooks we are learning. The endangered species, maybe you heard the title. Endangered species, and plant the growth is reducing, our plants are cutting off. That is nothing but we'll call it as a deforestation. Why the people are attacking these organisms and why they are reducing? When the plant and animals are disappear in the nature, what are the disadvantages we'll get? When these are there, what are the benefits we are getting? So all these topics we are going to study in this particular topic. So as I said that animals and the plants are the day by day they are disappearing from the nature, and including the normal citizen to the government of India and all over the world, they are planning to conserve the plant products and animals. Conserve in the sense how to save them, how to protect them. That is the main aim of the government nowadays. Okay, that's the reason this title is given in your textbook. They introduced even this particular topic in your the standard to learn more and more about this conservation of the plants and animals. So our title for the lesson is Conservation of Plants and Animals. Okay, children, you all know that from class 6th and 7th you are studying, 6th onwards you are studying that. Two characters we are learning. Our topic science lesson starts with these two characters. Who are they? Yes, Paheli and Bhujo. Okay, these two are the brother and sisters. They are very much interested to visit many places whenever they get the short vacation, the long vacation, whatever the time they are getting, and they used to spend their time in the nature itself. Along with their uncle. Uncle is a professor, and along with the relatives, they are well-educated people. They used to go along with them. They used to clarify all their doubts with them, and that particular doubts they given in the form of the lesson in the textbooks. Okay, yes. In this particular lesson also, this Paheli and Bhujo, they visited during the vacation. They visited Kaziranga National Park. They visited the tiger reserves, and they visited Great Nicobar Biosphere Reserve and the Lokcho Wild Sanctuary. During holidays, they went for the nice trip, and they are very excited. They are very excited to say about what they see, what they observed in the nature, and they were excited to share with the friends. While they're sharing, while they're moving in the nature, and they got the many doubts. Some of the areas, they noticed that the areas will become as a barren. Why they become as a rocky areas, hard areas? And the professor, he explained that because of removal of the plants. Okay, yes. So all these topics we are going to study here. As he started explaining this, the cutting of the trees, that is termed as an deforestation. So we are going to study about the deforestation. How you can define the deforestation? Removal of the trees, or cutting of the trees, or cutting of the forest areas, clearing of the forest areas. We can call it as a deforestation. So why they're clearing, that is a secondary point we'll study. When they clear these forest areas, what are the consequences we are facing? What are the disadvantages we are facing? That we are going to study now. Okay? Yes. Yes, children, you know that whenever the seed germinates and the roots grows towards to the soil and the stem goes above the soil. Okay? When the roots reaches to the soil, roots have the capacity to hold the soil. Okay? When the stem is growing above, the stem bears, the branches, leaves, so on. So the main function of these leaves, and you know that the leaves are the food factory for the plant, and they prepare their own food by the process of the photosynthesis. Okay? Yes. During photosynthesis, plant needs certain factors also. One of the important factor which is necessary for the plant is carbon dioxide. This is a necessary factor for preparation of the food items by the plant. Okay, that particular process is called as a photosynthesis. You studied already in the class 7th very clearly. Okay, yes. So whenever the plants are removed, that's what we are studying, the removal of the plant products. Removal of the plants is called as a deforestation. Yes, if there is no plant, otherwise if there are fewer plants, fewer in the sense less plants, what will happen? That we are going to study. Okay, first one, what will happen means rainfall decreases. Rainfall decreases. How this rainfall decreases? Let me explain. You know that water cycle. When the water is there in the ponds, ditches, lakes, seas, rivers, due to the temperature, what will happen to this the water gets evaporated. It gets evaporated and it reaches into the atmosphere. Okay, and there it forms like as a clouds. Got it? When there it forms like as a clouds and it waits for, the clouds are waiting for what? The clouds wait for to receive the cool breeze. From where we'll get the cool breeze? Obviously we'll get the cool breeze from the plants. When there are no plants, how this clouds receives the cool breeze? If there are clouds are not receiving the cool breeze, they will not shower like I say rain droplets. Got it? Nowadays the problem is that only water is evaporating nicely. Water is evaporating and reaching into the atmosphere and forming the clouds, and clouds are not receiving the cool breeze. That is the reason the rainfall decreases. There is a less rainfall. Okay? To decrease this less rainfall, what will happen means the plant growth is less, because of that the rainfall is decreasing. Whenever there are plants gives the cool breeze, because of that cool breeze, that clouds it will be shower like as a rain. Is it clear, children? Yes. The first point is the rainfall decreases. And the second point is underground water levels decreases. This is obviously, okay, whenever there is a rain, the rain percolates into the soil, and underground water levels, water table and water levels, it will be increases. When there are no trees and there are no rains, and obviously the underground water levels will be decreases. Okay, next one, the soil erosion occurs. Soil erosion, what will happen means it increases. Okay, and before the topic I said that what is this the soil erosion? What is the function of the roots? I said what these roots will do means roots who holds the soil. Okay, whenever the roots holds the soil, then what will happen? They will not erode. As there are no plants, can the root hold the soil? As there is no life in the plant, the root cannot hold the soil. Obviously, what will happen means soil erosion, it will be occur. Okay, and next one, the next fourth point we can say that imbalance between plants and animals takes place. Imbalance. What is the meaning of this, an imbalance between plants and animals? When there are plants, obviously all the animals, when there is a forest, all the wild animals, they live inside the forest. Even we cannot find out, we cannot trace out what these animals. When you start cutting this the forest, what will happen? All the wild animals visit us. They'll come onto the roads. They'll enter into our houses. Okay? Yes. So that is the one problem. Not only that, the animals which are taking the shelter over under the trees, they will not get benefit. Okay? When there are animals, then animals are helpful for to carry out certain participation in the pollination also. Okay, this is and vice versa it will be takes place. Plants obviously they depend on animals. Animals waste it will be released. When that waste it goes to the plant product, plant utilizes it and produces the branches and animals graze that. Like that there will be the interdependence between the plant and an animal. If there are no plants, if there are no plants, then what will happen? Imbalance occur in between the plants and then animals. Okay? Yes. The next one, oxygen levels obviously decreases. During the time of the respiration, plant releases the oxygen, and during the time of photosynthesis, plant takes the carbon dioxide. That process, it will be imbalance occur in that particular process. There is no maintenance of the oxygen levels on the earth. Obviously, who is affecting here? We the human beings. For our purposes, for our needs, and we are removing all these things, plants, and we are not looking forward in coming days what will happen. If you do that continuously in coming days, all these problems, already we are suffering with these problems, and that it will be continuous in the more extent. Okay, oxygen levels will be decreases. Okay, and the temperature levels it will be obviously increases, and the pollution levels also increases. Okay, and carbon dioxide levels increases, and percentage of the CO2 it will be. It is only the percentage is 0.03%, very minute percentage. Why? Because cyclically it will be used up by the plant. It is released up, used up like that. But if there are no plants here and the level of this carbon dioxide is increasing, that is only results to the cause the global warming or the greenhouse effects. That's what you studied in pollution of air and then water topics. Okay, children? Yes. So now these are the consequences we are facing. As even though we know these consequences, the human is, our nature is, we can say that we are very narrow-minded people, we can say. Otherwise, we can say that we are foolish, unknowingly, and we are welcoming all the disadvantages to come to our earth, on the earth. Okay? Yes. Why the people are destructing, or why the people are removing the forest means, the first one is they want land for cultivation, procuring the land for the cultivation. Is there any meaning is there in that? Forest they are removing, and in that particular area, if they do the cultivation, so all the forest products will miss it. The class 7th you studied. From the forest we are getting the various advantages like timber yielding plants, fiber yielding plants, medicinal yielding plants, food yielding plants. See how many benefits we are getting. We are missing all that benefits, and we are removing the forest. We are removing the forest for procuring the land for the cultivation. Okay, and next one, to build the houses, all green apartments we are removing. Green apartments we are removing, plants we are removing, and we are constructing concrete forest areas. Everywhere, wherever the place is there, and we are building then apartments. What they will do without the food, without these facilities, how we will survive on those apartments? Okay? Yes. So, for building the houses and for building the factories, for the industries, and they want the land, that's the reason they are removing it. They are converting this field areas for the rocky apartments. Okay? Yes. And not only that, for making furniture. And some people, especially those people who are living on the forest, they never cause harm to the forest. Those people, the tribal people, what they will do means, if they want timber, if they want wood as a fuel, just they'll go deep into the forest areas. Morning they'll start, and they'll collect all the dry branches, dry twigs, and they will make it as a bundle and they will bring to home and they will use it like as a fuel. Is it cause much harm to the forest? No, it will not cause much harm to the forest. Purposely, if you cut the forest for the wood to use like as a fuel, okay, then it will be cause an harm to the people. Okay, not only that, bamboo trees they will cut it, okay, to make the paper industry, to get the paper and to supply that wood to the paper industries. They are cutting the forest areas. Like that, many. Just children, you also just think out and add some more and just forward to me just like as an the note task, home task like. Okay, yes, for procuring the land for the cultivation, for building their houses and factories, and for making the furniture, and they want to use wood as a fuel, and they want to run the paper industries also, and they are disturbing the ecological balancing in the nature by cutting of the plants. That is the reason nowadays the government is encouraging, go for afforestation. Start planting the trees. Do you know that, children? Clearing of the forest, it may takes what is it called the 6 months or the 1 year to clear the entire forest by arranging the many labor or many tools, the what is it called mechanical tools. If you use the cutters and all, very fastly we can remove it. If you want to make the forest again, if you want to go for the reforestation, afforestation, it takes at least, it is estimated by the government, 20 to 25 years it takes to re-get the forest back. So what will happen all these 25 years? We have to suffer with all these consequences. Okay, children? So stop avoiding to cut this forest and go for the afforestation. Okay, that topic we'll study later. Yes. So during deforestation time, what will happen? These two words is given here, the definitions here. One is a drought will occur and the second one is a desertification. What is called as a drought and what is called as a desertification? Let me explain that. Yes. What are called as a droughts? When there are fewer trees, when there are no trees, fewer means less trees. When there are less trees, then obviously what will happen? The less carbon dioxide it will be used up. When there is a less carbon dioxide used in the nature plants, then what will happen? Obviously the carbon dioxide levels it will be increases. When the carbon dioxide levels is increases, what will happen? Global warming takes place. When the global warming occurs, obviously it reduces the water cycle. When water cycle reduces, and it reduces the rainfall. When there is no rainfall, all these fertile lands, they become like as an barren lands, useless lands, unfertile lands, okay, rocky lands. That particular process is called as a drought. It becomes as a drought, dry area, dry land. Okay, is it clear, children? Yes. Let me once again repeat. When there are fewer trees, less carbon dioxide it will be used up. When there are less carbon dioxide used up, carbon dioxide levels is increased. This results global warming, and this reduces the water cycle, and this reduces less rainfall, and then it results the drought in the nature. Is it clear? Yes. So, and the second one is desertification. What is called as a desertification? Once again, fewer trees. When there are less trees, and then what will happen? When there are less trees, more soil erosion occur. Just first remember, children, what is called as a soil erosion. You know that roots, when they penetrate into the soil, they hold the soil. When there are no plants, the soil it will be fly away or fly out. It moves from one region to other regions. Drought it will be, erosion it will be occur. Okay, when there are fewer plants, there will be more soil erosion, and then there is a more soil erosion. What is happening? The removal of the top layer it will be takes place. That's what I said. No, sometimes we'll see that sand dunes. Sand it will be rotate on the middle of the edge. Because of that edge, just it will be come out, and it goes from there and it will be settled some other area. But this area, what is happening? The top layer of the soil, the humus layer of the soil, the first layer of the soil, what will happen? It erodes. Okay, yes, the removal of the top layer it will be takes place. Whenever the top layer was removed, and obviously what will happen, inner layers it will be exposed out. The second layer, the hard layer, rocky layers, it will be exposed out. Can you go for any type of cultivation in the rocky regions, in the harder regions of the soil? No. There is a necessity for the layer of the first layer, that is called a humus fertile layer, is necessary for the cultivation purpose. Okay, and this makes, whenever this top layer run out, this makes the less humus and less fertile. Gradually what will happen? The fertile lands will be converted into deserts also, it seems. It's a long run and it turns to the desert area. In long run it turns to the barren area, and long run it turns to unfertile regions. So that particular process is called as desertification. Okay children, is it clear? I will end the topic here and I will forward the PDF of the previous lesson question and answers. Children, use the good pen and write good handwriting, and use all the sketches for starting line and end lines, and follow the dates. And moreover, all these things, children, very soon we are going to start the assessment, the first cycle, and I already forwarded in the group. Go through the timetable properly, show that particular timetable and the circular whatever passed to you, show to your parent, and just you give me the answer. My parents noticed that. Just type that message in the text in that the group. Okay, prepare well for your exams. And principal ma'am has advised to write all these the CT exams, whichever the subject it is, or write in homework books in the middle page. Front page onwards you started the homeworks, no? Go from the middle page, and when the school reopens, we'll check all that things. And another thing is, give importance to your conscious. And you ask your parent to stay back with you only 30 minutes. The test duration is only 30 minutes. And request your parents to stay in front of you and then write sincerely, and you will get more higher order type of the questions, children. What are the questions I forwarded? Just like as those questions, that notes is only for the practicing how the question format will be. You don't expect the questions from the notebook, and that doesn't mean no need to read like that. Don't think. Okay, yes, the thorough textual reading is and notebook as well as running notes is very, very important. Please, in all the subjects, these three are very, very important. Concentrate and do well for your test and score good marks. Stay safe at home and enjoy your day. That's all for today. Once again, we'll meet. Bye.